Hello, brave awakened ones. This is Veronica, Lady V of HigherRealmHolistics.com, empath, intuitive, certified holistic integrative health nurse, spiritual counselor and guide, lightworker Sherpa, author of the children's book How the Caterpillar Flew: A Journey of Self-Discovery. This is one of my Lady V's teas, Spread Your Wings and Fly. It's from my book, obviously, along with other spiritual type messages on teas and hoodies and stuff like that, merch for everyone, male, female, adult, children. So thank you, supporters, subscribers, and Patreons. I really appreciate you guys. If you visit my website, HigherRealmHolistics.com, I have webinars and meditations available, Higher Realm Magic, alchemy spells. They're ready when you're ready. Anytime you could purchase them. $11 to $22. I keep everything extremely low price for everyone. And also, you can book a session via my website and you can register for my webinars. And I have a webinar coming up this Sunday, and it's to call in your soul tribe, to call in and signal that you're ready and open, and you've reached a point where you're ready to have friends and meet your core group that you're going to work with and build your pocket of heaven with, and that you vibe with, that are light workers also, because that is who we need to start building our pockets of heaven. That also includes romantic relationships too. It's very important for those of us who are single. There are plenty who are married already to a fellow light worker. You don't have to be a light worker, but you must be awakened and ascending at this point in time. And if you're not, there are plenty of older couples who I've had clients who have been married longer than I've been alive, or as long as I've been alive, and that's okay. Like I say, don't poke the bear and let sleeping dogs lie, just as long as they're not getting in your way. You know, I don't sit there and recommend anyone to run off and leave their family. Okay? Everything is your choice. If you don't vibe with what I'm saying, you don't vibe with what I'm saying. This is think of this like a part 2. This is the 24th, the day after the Equinox. So this is a part 2. I was triggered to make this video as a follow-up to the video I made yesterday in reference to the Tower in reverse, the energy of this equinox, to shake out and shake down. Some people have Tower upright, some people have Tower in reverse. I kept getting Tower in reverse, the Tower card, that is. This shake-up, and the shake-up is a very personal shake-up, because this last quarter of 2019 is coming up, and this is just to me. You don't have to resonate with this if you don't. To me, this is extremely important. This last quarter of this year, and to me, it's the most important quarter ever, as light workers, that we're ever going to experience. It's really about shaking the tree, shaking all the fruit loose, whatever, clearing everything away and everyone away that doesn't resonate, that's not vibing on our vibrations. That's if you have completely surrendered to the process. Okay? And I want to read you a little story. I'm going to read you this story because it has a lot to do with what's going on right now and how I feel, how many others feel. I always speak from a very personal point of view and share my story because I was told through just showing the process, through what I'm going to, sharing what I'm dealing with. Many will resonate with it, and it will help them in their process too. Okay, so this book originated, if y'all don't know, I wrote it in 2013. I just wrote out in 2013. It was from a shaman meditation experience that I had. It was a female group. I joined in, and it was this amazing shaman. And yes, she was part American Indian, and it was at Unity Church. Many of you might know Unity. I'm no longer part of Unity. I left Unity years ago. I was guided to, because of the whole religious aspect, the whole organized religion thing. I had to and move on into who I am right now, being a guide and a teacher for spirituality, for ascension. Now, this was a great experience, and when I did this, it was going into my true self, finding out who I was, being introduced to my higher self for the first time. It was really cool. But I started my ascension process in 2012, which is what guided me to do this. And it was my higher self calling to me to meet my higher self at the first time. And this is what my higher self looked like, except not just a butterfly. It was more of a human figure with the golden wings and the gold all around. That's what she looked like. So I'm going to read you this story. This is what came out. We were supposed to write the first thing that came up when we came out of the deep meditation. And this is what I wrote. And everyone was like, you wrote a freaking children's book? My BFF, she was like, how did you write a children's book in 15 minutes? You came out of meditation with a children's book. Pictures included. This was it. Okay, so How the Caterpillar Flew, A Journey of Self-Discovery. By the way, you can purchase this. It's available worldwide. How the Caterpillar Flew, A Journey of Self-Discovery. There once was a butterfly who didn't know she could fly. The butterfly knew it was different, but didn't know why. The butterfly's caterpillar friends never encouraged it to even try. Okay. The butterfly spent its days and nights crawling on the ground while the caterpillars watched, never making a sound. The caterpillars did everything they could to keep the butterfly around. The caterpillars loved the butterfly because of its beautiful wings. They knew if the butterfly flew away, they would never again see such splendid things. The butterfly's wings were rare and glistened like gold, so the caterpillars decided the butterfly must never be told. One day, the butterfly came across a shattered mirror. The butterfly jumped back due to all of the shimmer. It was the first time the butterfly got a glimpse of its true self. The butterfly thought the reflection was a dragonfly, or maybe even an elf. The butterfly decided to creep up slowly on its belly. Who knows, thought the butterfly, such a magical creature must be friendly. As the butterfly approached, it caught a glimpse of one wing, then two. The butterfly stared into the mirror, not sure what to do. The butterfly wiggled and jumped to get a reaction. But stopped when it realized that was its own reflection. The butterfly slowly moved its wings up, then down. The butterfly shouted with glee when it lifted up off of the ground. The harder the butterfly flapped its wings, the higher it flew. The butterfly went straight home to share the good news. When the butterfly arrived home, the caterpillars were not at all happy. They told the butterfly it was just being wacky. The caterpillars begged and pleaded with the butterfly to stay. But the butterfly decided to show them a new and better way. The butterfly led the caterpillars to the shattered mirror so they too could see. The butterfly wished for all of them to be set free. The caterpillars approached the mirror with much caution. They were shocked when they saw their own reflection. The caterpillars could not believe their good fortune. At first, the caterpillars weren't sure what they should do. But one by one, the caterpillars soared into the heavens as they realized they had wings too. The end. Yay. I wanted to share that story again. I have read it, but I've never went through the pictures and everything with everyone. I wanted to share that story because of the journey of the butterfly. It's a journey of self-discovery, but it's also a journey of standing in your true self, standing in your power when others basically clowned you. Let's put it the New York way. They were clowning the butterfly. They clowned her hard. Okay? I didn't explain yesterday what my friend did to get her husband to not hate me, okay, which apparently didn't work anyway, to smooth things over the husband when he read the text that I told her that I would not be a partner with her if his name was in the partnership because he had no idea what he was doing. He had no business being in it. And I didn't trust nor like him. I made that very clear. I mean, she knew that. I've known her for years. So she knew how I felt about her husband, okay? But he was still constantly interjecting himself where he had no freaking business being, okay? I wanted real bad to have a business with her, partnership. We were very into getting a business together. She's working on one thing, I'm working on another project, and we're going to come together and built this great partnership, which we've been planning for the past couple of years. And Homeboy's been interjecting himself nonstop into her end of the deal. And now we're finally going to bring everything together. And she was literally looking for an office, a medical office in West Palm for us. And we're going to partner with somebody else. Like, we're going to give her a small percentage. It wasn't going to be a full partnership like us because she had a connection to the VA where we're going to get some clients. So we're going to, break her off a piece basically because she already had that going. But Homeboy's interjecting himself where he had no business being, and she was allowing it. So I was just like, no. And what she told him was, and then she told me, she goes, well, I had to do something to smooth it over because he was so upset. She told him that, oh, she doesn't have anybody. She's single, so she doesn't understand what it takes when you're married. Never mind the fact that I was married for 13 years and I have 2 kids. I was like, oh, I don't have anybody? Okay. And then she called me recently and said, we're not going to do it anymore. I changed my mind. And I was like, all right, fine. No problem. Lucky for me, I'm clairvoyant, clairaudient, all the clairs, super strong clairs. And my oversoul made it very clear to me it wasn't going to happen because he was going to keep interjecting himself and she was going to allow it because she kept saying, don't worry, but he has to, I have to put his name in it. He convinced her. This is a brilliant woman and this guy's not that smart. He's just a narcissist. But you know what? I was married to a narcissist too. Even though at least I was smart enough to not have him in my business, but he still managed to steal my money and my kids' money anyway. So that's why I'm very gun shy, leery about the whole thing. It's a different thing if you are an equal partner and putting your money into it, which he had nothing, including a job for the past couple of years living off of us. And I do mean us. So it's like, there's nothing to say about that. So it's different if you started a business with someone, your partner, your man, your husband, your wife, whoever, and you guys are building an enterprise together. That's one thing. But to have some joker come in who has nothing to input except saying, oh no, let's spend this, let's spend that, big or smaller, and you got this much to put into it, including anything of value, literally nothing of value. So for her to say that to me, beyond being a slap in the face, that was an insult. That was putting me down. But here's where I'm going with that, because I hear that from so many people. They were so dissed hard by people who they consider to be their best friends. But also, those people are normies too. Okay? And even though, there are some that are, claim to be light workers also, jealousy does run deep. Envy does run through the whole light worker community also. So it's not just trying to work along with a normie where you're going to get that type of treatment. It's somebody who's not vibing with you. You both could be light workers, but you're just not on the same, wavelength. It is what it is. And that person who's vibing lower, who's, still in that jealousy, envy, game, entertaining that type of vibration, which I never understood these emotions in my life. Because everyone is so different. How do you be jealous of? It's like saying the orange is jealous of the pear. How? So you can get treated that way also. Okay. And it sucks and it hurts. And think of the butterfly. And how the caterpillars will try to make you feel like crap to try to keep you around. Will try to make you feel low of yourself and make you feel that you're not special or different, especially if they see you going up and they're not and they're stagnant. They're especially going to do that because they want to keep you down. They want to hold you down. They really do. And they do it by breaking you, trying to break your spirit. I mean, Butterfly's spirit she was terrible trying to play caterpillar. The caterpillars were trying to do everything to keep her happy, but she was like, I can't. I just can't play that anymore. But the caterpillars know. They know that you're different. They know that you're special. They know. Okay? And it's up to you. Look at that. When Butterfly looked at herself in the mirror, she didn't even know. She thought she was something magical, and different. But it was her that was so magical. It was her that was so different. Okay? It was Butterfly herself. Now I'm saying her, but Butterfly, you can make Butterfly a boy too if you have a little boy. It's okay. I say it. I didn't say her or him, even though, butterfly is me. Um, but look at the caterpillars' faces when they realize that, oh, butterfly found out our secret. We know how special butterfly is. Okay, so butterflies, they know how special you are, which is why they have to pull their tricks up, pull every tricks to make you feel less than, to keep you around. And Saturn ain't having any of that. Saturn's not having it. Especially if you surrender to the process. It's still free will. And you don't have to say yes. I could have, instead of saying okay and releasing and letting go, saying, all right, whatever I invested is lost. It is what it is. Just release and let it go. Let me go on my happy way. And not be like, please, oh my God, you have any idea what this means to me, our relationship? No, I beg no one to stay. I beg no one to stay. If you feel you have to go, then go. And quite honestly, that's the attitude that's going to be needed right now. I did have someone write to me who's like, oh my God, we're all the same. And you have to, there's no one being left behind. It's not about leaving people behind. It's about knowing, it's like saying, okay, my BFF is failing senior year of high school. So I'm going to stay behind and fail too, so I can help them lift themselves up. I'm going to lay myself down and play small so they can stand on my back to rise up. No, that's not the way it works. That is not the way it's supposed to work. That is foolishness. Okay? That is foolishness. You're not supposed to lay down to have somebody stand on your back. You're supposed to rise up and put your hand down to help them raise up. That's what a Sherpa is all about. A Sherpa goes first if they can. Clears the brush and be like, hey, give me your rope so I can pull you up. I'll help you up. But I'm not going to allow myself to fall. If you're yanking me down, it's like trying to save a person who's drowning and then they're beating you up and forcing you to drown too. You can't do that. It's cut the rope, baby. It sounds harsh, but we're here to help as many. I always say I'm here to rise up as high as possible, to ascend as high as I possibly can, and take as many people with me as possible. Am I going to sit there with the person who just won't get it and allow 30 people that got it, who are going to take the information and run with it and rise up? Am I going to stay back for that one person who just won't freaking get it, refuses to get it, wants to continue, substance abusing, wants to continue to, like my friend, allow, her husband to manipulate and abuse her, even though she knows 100% what he's doing, but, you keep him around. You keep him around. Oh, you keep him around because you like to have the MRS degree, or you don't want to be quote unquote alone. And I'm not there badgering her saying I didn't go through the same shit for 13 years. Even though, twice I filed for divorce. I'm freely admitting this because I'm not going to sit here and play perfect and have people feel like crap saying, oh my God, she's so strong and I'm so weak. No. 13 years of garbage being married to a narcissist because I didn't want to be a single mom. I was afraid of being a single mom. And he worked out real well. He was constantly telling me, you're going to be bitter. You're going to be another bitter black woman just like your mom. Another single mom. That played on me. That really big mind fuck. Okay? And I could easily have been mind fucked by what she said also and felt low and be like, I don't have anyone. I am nothing. And praise you. Oh, because you're so married. Oh my God, you're so wonderful. Yes. Let your husband freaking rip my ass off. No. Stand in your power. I know it's hard because it's tough being alone. And my BFF, who's all the way in New York, who is a light worker, who I've been traveling many lifetimes with from the beginning, from the time we hit Earth. We came here together a long time ago, thousands of years ago. We came together, and we both know it. I told her what happened this morning, and she said to me, yeah, I'm not surprised. I said, really? She goes, yeah, because you kept saying how you don't trust him and how she kept wiggling him in. I was wondering why you even need her. I said, well, I really don't need her. I just thought it'd be nice to have a partner. She goes, but you guys aren't even on the same level. It's like, she doesn't even understand who you are. All you talking about is business. That's it. I was like, yeah. So she was a constituent. She wasn't really a friend. And that's something that gets confusing. Knowing the difference between a constituent and a friend, because a constituent can be a friend because you guys relate so deeply on that one level, like business, because we both love it so much. So we both relate on that. But I'm coming from it from a 5D perspective, and she's coming from it from a 3D perspective. And I thought I could just make it work, basically lay myself down to have her stand on top of my back. But also on top of that, even though she said, oh, I support in what you do right now, you're helping people, blah, 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 I was actually in fear of her really going into my videos, especially some of the real esoteric ones, and being like, oh my God, she's a weirdo and a freak. Or worse, she had her husband seeing my videos and calling me a weirdo and a freak. Why do you want to do business with her? She's an embarrassment. She's a weirdo and a freak. Yeah, I was scared of that. I really was. I never spoke about what I did. I kept it holistic health and spiritual counseling. That's all I said to her, because she freely admits, I don't pray. She said, I don't pray and I've never meditated. But, she's a good person. Doesn't make her a bad person. But she's not enlightened. She's not ascending. She's not awakened at all. But so I thought that she could be part of my inner circle, and no, it literally can't work. Can't work, guys. It can't work. And a lot of you are finding that out in your marriages. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. The further along we get, the more you'll see, unless you're able to separate like that, where, that person is like, yeah, whatever, do your thing, and they're not going to get in your way or try to hold you back. But being a light worker, married to a non-light worker, somebody who's not a star seed or something, not totally awakened and ascending, being in a relationship and friendships, core friendships like that, it's not going to work anymore. The energy doesn't support it anymore. It just doesn't. It literally does not support it anymore. It doesn't even support it for the normies. If one is awakening and ascending and the other one is totally the total opposite, it doesn't even work for that anymore. I know eventually I see her awakening eventually. Like a year or two down the line, I see her awakening. And I see her husband still not, and I don't see them together, not at all, but I hope it's in time before he completely destroys her. But that's her game. I see it with my sister, so it's all our relationships, because the energies don't support it anymore. Okay, I don't have that much time on my recording, so I hope this makes some sense, and I hope my little caterpillar butterfly book helped you understand it, but it won't be that much longer, just as long as we're open to releasing anything holding us back, if we're ready to just soar like butterflies ready to soar. And if they're ready to follow us, they're ready to follow us. They'll follow. They'll realize that they have wings too. They're not our butterfly wings. They're not golden. They're not higher beings, but at least they sprouted their wings, so therefore they're awakening and ascending. Okay? They can't help you build. You're building your pocket of heaven for them. Let's put it that way, clearly. You are building the pockets of heaven for them. That is what we're doing as master builders. Those who are not master builders aren't going to get what I'm saying. But that's what we're doing. That's what we're here for, to build the pockets of heaven for them. Because we're doing it with 5D energy for fourth density earth that's coming up. And for those who are rising up with fourth density earth, all the normies rising up with fourth density earth. Okay? So, Lady V out. You could you can go online, only $22 for my webinar, and calling in your people that you vibe with, having this Sunday. Okay, and you could get my butterfly book also. All right, Lady V out. Love you guys. All right, bye. We got the victory.